Welcome back. Dr. Chimole, you were talking about the challenges and the improvements. You talked about working with the NBA NMA, and now the relationship is better. But what other challenges did you have? And
getting our medications and equipment through the airport custom and NAFDAC was also a challenge. This time, it wasn't a challenge last year when we came to Lagos, because Lagos airport is more geared to seeing more people, and so they probably more accustomed to making things more quickly, especially if you explain your purpose and things like that. But this time we had a bit of challenge because some of our equipment and drugs were held at the airport for a while, and it took the president a while to get them cleared. It could have derailed the whole mission, but thank God we were able to work things out with cooperation on both sides.
Maybe you should send your drugs and equipment in earlier.
We want to accompany them because we want to make sure that we go straight to the source with them, if you know what I mean.
And it's used where you want it.
Exactly. Okay, you have tweets coming in again, and the Festus is saying, it said that 23 million Nigerians are suffering from kidney diseases. Having lost my younger sister to chronic kidney disease this week, please ask if ANPA can help Nigerians having dialysis machines that are so lacking in the country.
Very, very good.
That's feedback for you.
So our president-elect is actually a kidney. She's actually a kidney
specialist, right?
So
fantastic.
Let us take that and let us deal with it.
Let us take that. You want to answer that question?
Yeah, that's really, it's a very, very, very serious question. And there's a lot of us members that are nephrologists, and we've thought a lot about it. Some of us have actually ventured already into trying to have dialysis facilities in this country. Of course, the challenges are the fact that we don't have the surgeons to do the accesses. We don't have the basic supply of what's necessary. And I don't see how you can have dialysis steadily to people if you don't have water and light. I mean, dialysis essentially is cleaning out the blood, right? And to clean it out, you exchange the fluid with clean fluid that's made basically out of water and electrolytes. So if you don't have clean water, and you don't have the electricity to do the pumping, it becomes a challenge. So it becomes capital intensive to maintain a generator throughout the time. If the government will give us light all the time, then it will be easier to have more centers. Right now there's centers, but because of what's necessary to run it, it's difficult. I hear about patients that are being told you have to pay for the fuel that they will put into the generator to run it. Then people are being told that they need to get the catheter put in because the surgeons don't have the expertise for it. So it is a problem we are aware of. It is a problem that we will work with partners if we can get the right assistance. But regardless, it's necessary, so we are tuned to it, and we will see what we can do moving forward.
Okay, when is the mission coming next?
So next year mission is going to be during the same time, 2019.
First quarter.
First quarter.
Okay.
Usually, I think because of the logistic of the Easter, next year we're actually thinking after Easter. Okay. So the operational and the logistic aspect of our mission will be well satisfied. Some of the other challenges we've run over, over the years is the operating setting themselves. Our surgical team sometimes have to convert a single theater to multiple surgical units. Okay, so exactly. So
number of operations at the same time.
So we could have done over maybe 200 operations. But if you're limited by the amount of theaters that's on the ground, if you're limited by the equipment on the ground, if you're limited by the personnel, if you're limited by the anesthesiologist, we don't have enough of them. You can have to put people to sleep before you can operate sometime or do, spinal or general, So those are the other challenges that we face in addition to personnel, medical transportation, and other issues.
Now, do you determine before you come what specific areas you're going to be looking at
Yes.
on a particular mission?
Yes. So what our medical and surgical team do, they have their counterparts on the ground who will look at the patient, they will screen the patient, they will identify
and
advise and get the list ready.
Okay.
But we make sure that the people that we are going to do surgery are the people that really need us. And believe me, there's so much need.
There's so much need. Some of them might sound very mundane, like
Yes.
this person who is treating Saraye Taiwo says, please, how do we get rid of mouth odor and excess acid in the stomach?
Well,
It's actually, I can take that. Something we found out during this mission is that there's a lot of education that's necessary, needed for the community. That question is actually not mundane. It's actually a very pertinent question. Mouth odor, you can take it out by brushing your teeth every day.
That's right.
And rinsing it and, gargling. If we go out there and educate people and let them know, they will do that. The order you use deodorants, people don't use that. So part of the push that ANPA actually intends to move forward is to have a community outreach for education. There are lots of myths that are wrong. People say, oh yeah, I had high blood pressure. I took the medicine, it got better, and I stopped. Then they're walking on a mission day, their blood pressure is 220/120. I'm like, oh, I don't have blood pressure. Oh, I was told 20 years ago, or 5 years ago, I stopped taking medicines. They think it went away. We need to educate them
It does
that
not.
high blood pressure is for life. That when you walked in and it was low or normal, it's the medicine you were taking that made it okay. So if you stop, it goes up. The next time you know about it is when you have a stroke or a heart attack, and you don't need that. So we intend to take education to the grassroots, but we need partners. We need partners on the ground to help us.
You talked about taking away mouth odor through brushing your teeth and gargling and washing properly.
Gargling
What
with
about
what?
the acid,
The acid
the acid in the stomach can be due to multiple factors.
Right.
People can be just stressed and have a lot of acid in their stomach. People could have what they call a relaxed or what we call incompetent esophageal function, or esophageal valve function, in which acid can easily pass from the stomach and back to the esophagus when they have that. And usually symptoms are that symptoms of acid reflux people will have. They can have what we call epigastric pain in the mid-abdomen. They have, bad odor. They may have gas. They lie up in the middle of the night. They start having throat pain. It can get as bad to get bad teeth and cavity if it's
From
not
acid in the
yes,
stomach.
if it's
This
not
is
treated,
education.
because acid can go all the way and actually affect your dental hygiene. So medications are out there that the doctors can prescribe that can be used to take care of it when they have those symptoms.
Okay, but that means they need to go for